welcome back to my channel, and today I have a fun little tag video. It is the Get to Know Me tag. I looked up the questions on my phone. Since I got a couple new subscribers to my channel, I wanted to make a fun little video about some background information about me and just to get to know me. And everyone who watches this video, I tag you to do it as well. And if you do decide to do it, please tag me in it so I can see them as well, so we can see if we have anything in common or anything like that. So if you would like to see the rest of this video, please stay tuned. So when I was looking up the questions in this video, I basically just Googled the Get to Know Me tag, and it came up with 25 questions. They're kind of here and there, whatnot. So let's do number one. What is your middle name? My middle name is Marie. My mom kept it very basic. Number two, share your favorite subject in high school. I'm gonna have to say geometry. I love geometry. It's kind of like a puzzle for me. I love discovering puzzles. I like finishing puzzles. I like shapes. Hated chemistry. That is the one class in my entire life that I have ever failed, was chemistry. And part of it was because I never showed up, and I hated chemistry. I also hate algebra. I had to take algebra as well before I took geometry, and I also took algebra in college, and it just sucked. Now, if you want to know my hated subject in college, that would be accounting. What is your favorite drink? So, if we're talking about adult beverages, there is one margarita that is sold at Uncle Julio's, which is in downtown Austin, and it basically just tastes like tequila blended up with sweet tarts, and it is delicious. That would be my favorite adult beverage drink. Now, if we're doing PG, it would be a fountain Coke. It has to be a fountain Coke. There's something about the type of carbonation that you get in a fountain Coke versus a canned Coke or a bottled Coke. I mean, you can give me a fountain Coke and 2 minutes later my headache would be obliterated. And it's just because it opens up your veins and whatnot, and it just, whatever. But so good. Number 4, what is your favorite song of the moment? So, if you are my fiance watching this, you would know that I have recently discovered the new Adele song, Send My Love. And I listened to that song for 3 straight hours, and I cleaned our entire house from top to bottom. And I mean, it was spotless. I was blurting out the song like nobody's business. An hour in, I knew every lyric to it. It's so good, so good. My second favorite song is, what is it? I have to look it up. It is featuring Neo. It's called Higher Place, and it's by Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike. That's pretty much what it looks like. And that's a catchy song as well. I really enjoy that song. So, number 5, what would you or have you named your children? I currently do not have children. My fiance has 2. We are planning way down the road to have children, and so far we have not decided on names. There are names that I want to name my children that I have decided from about 4 years ago till I was 4, and he hates those names. So if we ever decide to expand our family, or whenever we do decide to expand our family, then we'll probably won't even have a name for our children until they're like 4. So, number 6, have you participated in any sports? Recently, no, because I'm old and my bones crack. But in elementary school, I was a gymnast. In high school, I was on the drill team with some of my best girlfriends. I did some volleyball in middle school, but I really wouldn't count that. And I also did cheerleading. Number 7, what is your favorite book? I don't necessarily have a favorite book per se. I like books about and all his wives and just anything about scandals in royalty. I just think that is some of the most hardcore times and some of the most backstabbing and ridiculous type scandals there's ever been. And I love the Other Boleyn Girl movie, and I also have that book, and it's just, I love it. I also like true crime books as well. I like more nonfiction over fiction. I like reading that, knowing that this has happened, and just true crime. When I was little, one of the majors that I always wanted to be was a psychiatrist, and I wanted to work in completely mental insane asylums and that, and deal with people along those lines. And the true crime just fascinated me, what these people would do with their lives and how they got there, and it was so bad. So that's basically, don't necessarily have a favorite book. So let's see, number 9, what is your favorite animal? I have 2. It is a penguin and a elephant. Number 10, what is your favorite perfume? That would be See by Chloe. Given. Let's see. Number 11, what is your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is New Year's. I've always lived under this impression that if you completely go batshit crazy on New Year's, that the following year is going to be great for you. And if something happens on New Year's, then like drama or something, then you're going to have a shitty year. So that has been proven multiple times. I've had some great New Year's, and then I've had some really bad New Year's, and the years following always just either suck or are fantastic. So New Year's is my favorite. My second one would be Memorial Day, which I rarely have off, but my birthday usually always falls around Memorial Day weekend, so I always get to celebrate it, and that extra Monday is off is kind of great. Number 12, on a scale from 1 to 10, rate your childhood. Rate your childhood. I would have to say either an 8 or a 9. I had a pretty decent childhood. I've had some bumps in the road in my childhood. I've had some great highs. I've had some very great lows. I'm no longer friends with anyone from my childhood. And I mean, I don't think anyone's childhood could be a 10. No one has the perfect life. I was raised by my mother, who was blind, and she raised my brother and I have to say she was the best mother ever. She never missed anything. She was always at my gymnastic practice, or she was always at my drill team recitals, or at football games. She was always there. She was always so proud of my brother and I, and I am just, every day, I am so thankful for her. And I didn't become thankful for her until I got up into my 20s. I was a pain in the ass. You can even ask her. I was just a complete pain in the ass when I was in my teens, and I didn't start appreciating her and everything that she did until maybe about 8 or so years ago, and I feel horrible for saying that, but I got to a point in my life where I could be like, this woman literally raised me to be the woman that I am today. My work ethic comes from her. My opinions about life come from her. She was a special ed teacher for 27 years. She has the biggest heart for anything, and she has the biggest brass balls ever. You can tell this woman that you want to do anything. She is skydiving. She travels all over the world. She's amazing, and she is the reason why my childhood was so great, because she's just fantastic. Number 13, have you been out of the country? I have been to Mexico, Canada. I went on a cruise for my high school graduation with a couple of my girlfriends, and I was sick the entire time. I threw up maybe 2 hours into the boat, even leaving the dock. and I've been to Canada, around the Niagara Falls area, and because my mother is from upstate New York, and they live somewhat close to the Canadian border, and we would always go to Niagara Falls and stuff like that, and ride the Maid of the Mist, and so I think Niagara Falls is beautiful. I think it's, if you ever get a chance to see it, it's completely beautiful, and you should definitely go see it. 14. Do you speak any different languages? No. I took 2 years of Spanish and 2 years of sign language. I know a little bit of both, but if you throw me into the middle of Mexico, I wouldn't be able to speak my way out of it. I can speak sign language more than I can understand it, and luckily everyone who's in the deaf community, when I tell them that, they sign very slow. But I know all the alphabet. I would be able to have a very basic conversation with someone who is deaf more than someone who could speak Spanish. So, number 15, do you have any siblings? Yes, I have one brother who I just started liking about 5 years ago. My brother and I have very different views on life, and him and I didn't start getting along until after I went to college in San Antonio. Basically, I had to move away to appreciate my brother. Right now, him and I are best of friends. He's going to walk me down my aisle, and I couldn't have asked for a better brother. All through my life growing up, I was always referred to as Tim's little sister. I didn't have a name. And I didn't grow out of that until he left for the Air Force. Yeah, and then I started getting a name. Number 16, what is your favorite store? My favorite store is either HomeGoods or Marshalls. I'm in one of those stores either once or twice a week, depending on how much money I have. Number 17, what is your favorite restaurant? So if it's an actual restaurant, like a sit-down restaurant, it would have to be Uncle Julio's, which is, I don't know if it's like a national chain or anything. I feel like they have one in Dallas, I'm not quite sure, but we have one in downtown Austin that I love. I have gone there, I've had my birthday dinner there, I think for the past like 3 years. So now if we're talking about like a fast food chain, then it would definitely be Zaxby's. Number 18, did you like school? If you're talking about high school, I liked it because I didn't have bills, and I liked it because of the girlfriends that I had in high school. They were my best friends, and I am so lucky to have had my high school experience with them. Unfortunately, a lot of us are just kind of acquaintance now because some are moms, some have been moved out of state, some are married, so it's not like we can all get together. But because of them, it made my high school experience really well. Other than that, I was always called a bitch in high school, and that is because I have a dry personality, and people didn't really want you to have a dry personality. They didn't really understand sarcasm in the school that I was in, which is fine. It's just, you have to get to know me and then you like me. You either like me right off the bat, or you hate me and then you learn to love me. There's really no in between with me. I know people say that all the time, but even if you look at the girls in my bridal party, 2 of them I hated right off the bat. I couldn't stand them, and vice versa. 2 people in my entire life, and those 2 girls are in my bridal party, I loved the moment I met them, and I opened up to them like nobody's business. I don't know what it was, but it was Ashley and Teresa, and Teresa learned my whole life story in about the first 3 hours that her and I worked together. And then Ashley is actually my best friend's wife, and I'm in her wedding and she's in my wedding, and I cannot even begin to tell you how amazing that woman is. She is seriously like a godsend. And then my maid of honor, her and I hated each other, and then we just like learned to love each other because I think we ended up at a party together back in our early But basically, is the people that I experienced high school with that made me enjoy school. Other than that, I mean, I got good grades. I wouldn't say that they were perfect by any means. I had a very average GPA. It wasn't high, it wasn't low. I got into a good college, so. Number 19, what are some of your favorite YouTubers? So that basically changes a lot. There is one girl that I've been following. Her name is Michelle1218. I have been following her before she canceled her channel the first time, or the only time, which was I think about 7 years ago. I may be incorrect on the time frame, but I have been following her religiously. I've also been following Casey Holmes since she started as well, when she probably like 5 years ago. And the other YouTubers that I like, I love Jeffree Star. I know I'm probably gonna get some looks about him, but he is so entertaining. And I love how just over the top his makeup is, because I personally will never be able to wear yellow eyeliner or highlighter that literally you can see from space. I'm never gonna be that type of girl. I'm not. So I get to kind of vicariously live through him with the like extravagant makeup things. So I really find him entertaining. And him and Nathan, I think are just the cutest couple ever. They're just so pretty. Number 20, what is your favorite movie? So, I have a couple favorite movies. One would be Jawbreaker. It is from, I don't know if it was very popular back in the day or whatnot, but it had, I can't even think of their names right now, but I love that freaking movie. Basically, it's about 3 girls that basically prank another one of their girlfriends on their birthday, and they stick a huge jawbreaker in her mouth, tape her mouth shut, and comes to find out she choked and died on it. So they're like hidden that, and it's just all 90s movies from like 1997 to 1999 basically are my favorite movies. They are so, once you watch them back now in 2016 and as an actual adult who has lived through these experiences in real life, you're just like, what the fuck? I watch these movies, it's hilarious. Number 21, what are some of your favorite TV shows? My favorite TV shows, if I had to pick like a genre, would be the cooking shows. I love Cutthroat Kitchen. I love Chop. I love Iron Chef. I'm not really into The Bachelor or basically like those type of shows. I do love How to Get Away with Murder. But I have to watch that once it hits Netflix, because I cannot wait a week for a new like episode to come out, because you miss things. And when I'm able to watch them back to back, which is usually a Saturday, you find a lot of stuff that you would have missed if you just watched it once a week. I do like Scandal. I'm not really liking the direction that they went to last season. So, number 22, PC or Mac? Mac. Number 23, what phone do you have? I have an iPhone 6 Plus. Number 24, how tall are you? I am a wonderful 5'2". And number 25, do you have any pets? Yes, I have a miniature Schnauzer. He is going to be 5 in January. His name is Trevor Bryson, and he is the love of my life. I got him 2 weeks after my family dog passed away, and I am the type of person that I have to have a dog in my life. Some way, somehow, there has to be a dog every time I come home. And when my first dog, his name is Blackie, when he passed away at 14 years old. And it was a very, very quick, sudden passing. He literally, my mom called me up one night. I was at my boyfriend's house at the time, and she's like, we need to take him to the emergency room. And I was like, no, he'll be fine. And she's like, no, you need to come get him. So we ended up taking him, and literally an hour later, he ended up passing away. He had a tumor in his lung, and it burst, and it was the most horrific moment of my life. I literally was holding him as he passed away. So at that moment, I gave myself a day to just let it all out. And then when I went home the day after, and he would always run to the door, no matter what, just like barking his ass off, just talking shit to everybody. And when I walked through the door and I realized that no one's coming up to bark at me to tell me to get out of their house, I was like, I need to get a dog. So for the following 2 weeks after that, he actually died, or he actually passed away on Easter Sunday of that year. And 2 weeks later, for 2 weeks, I was just searching high and low for a Schnauzer, and I wanted to adopt, but there were no Schnauzers that were in my area that were available. So I know this is gonna get heat, but I did purchase my puppy from a breeder, and he was the runt. He was the 7th boy of 7 boys, and he was basically stolen by a Chihuahua and then raised by a Chihuahua. So when he barks, he has this really high-pitched Chihuahua bark, which is hilarious. And the reason why I named him Trevor Bryson was because when my maid of honor and I were thinking about living together, she knew that I wanted another puppy at the time. And this was before my first Schnauzer passed away. And I was just like, what is just the douchiest name I could name a dog? And I was just like thinking about it, and it was going to be a total joke because we wanted to get a fish as well for her son and name it like dog, and get a cat and name it fish, and then get a dog and name it cat, just to like mentally mess up everybody who walked into our house. But I was like, you know what? Schnauzers have a face where they always looked pissed off, and it's their eyebrows and just their beard, and it's so cute. And with Trevor, he has black fur around his eyes, so it kind of looks like he can suck the soul out of you. And so I was just like, you know what? I was sitting at work one day, and someone with the name Trevor came by, and I was like, oh my god, Trevor. That is what I'm going to name my dog, Trevor. And so the reason why he got a middle name or a second name or whatever you want to call it is because Trevor, with my first Schnauzer, we always called him by his first name and my family's last name, and Trevor and my last name did not match whatsoever. So I was like, okay, he needs another, just another name. So I actually searched baby names, and I found Bryson, and I was like, you know what? Those are the two like douchiest names for a dog, and that is how Trevor Bryson came to be. And he saved me from just going into like a pit of despair. I was so just overwhelmed with excitement to pick him up from the breeders. It was like a 7-hour car trip total to and from to pick him up, and I cannot be without him. He makes me so happy to be alive, and I love him. Alright guys, so that is it for my Get to Know Me tag. I hope this gives you a little bit of insight and background information about me. The questions were kind of all over the place. If you asked me, they weren't just the basic, how old are you? How tall are you? Are you married? Do you have children? So I kind of liked it a little bit better than like the basic tag. So thank you so much for watching my video, and hello to all my new subscribers. I hope this helped you in getting to know me, and please, if you do remake this video, please tag me in it, and I would love to watch it as well. Thank you so much, and you guys have a blessed day.